to talk on the topic the future of work, how to build a culture of resilience in hybrid workplace, remote or on site, in the future. And who better to talk about this could be our next guest, Mr. Samir Raje, General Manager and Head of India, Zoom Video Communications. Samir is responsible for leading strategic initiatives, GTM, operations, sales, implementation, support, and general management functions for Zoom in the country. So, welcome, Samir, and thank you for giving us time. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Saurabh, for having me here. And hello and good afternoon to all the participants and listeners who have joined us today. Uh, with Saurabh, I would like to first and foremost thank the entire Entrepreneur India team for giving me this opportunity to present and be here with all of you. With that, uh, I'm just going to take a step behind and talk a little bit about, uh, you know, not so long time ago when there was a time when all of us used to go about doing our business as usual, right? We were as any normal Indian would do. We would travel, we would meet people, we would spend time in cafeterias and so on and so forth. And who would have thought that there would be a time just overnight probably where this would all become so difficult. And there were a set of organizations, if I may say that, who had those questions in their mind. And it was not a long time back when I used to meet the leadership in these organizations, when they used to say that, hey, Samir, you know what? Uh, we love to meet people. Our sales team needs to be out there. How can they be working from home? It's not possible. We need to supervise them, right? And these were some of the questions which were on top of everybody's mind. And while that was happening, there was another set of new age, new booming organizations which were coming up and which had a very different culture, if I may say that. And the culture was, adopting the new. They were limited on their investments, or probably had wanted to try out something different. Uh, what they did was probably start from somewhere from a hotel room, or even from a cafeteria, and boom, there was a mushrooming of all the cafeterias where you could buy a simple cup of coffee and work out of there for 3 or 4 hours. And this kind of new generation organization which were coming up, they were actually seeing a very different kind of an setup which was happening. Well, and unfortunately, we all know that in the month of April there was a complete lockdown which happened, and that's where overnight things changed. Uh, there was the old school organization and there was the new age organization, and that's where things started getting together again. The old school organizations started realizing that they need to be agile, they need to have resilience, they need to have, but they were forced to work virtually overnight. Literally, they couldn't continue going to office, they couldn't get together. That was the problem. And they didn't have tools. They wanted to invest. But again, finding some tool overnight and going through it, security was a concern. On the other hand, the new generation organizations, they saw this as an opportunity. Some of them, in fact, diversified and went into new business into this area. And that's where the mismatch of the old school and the new school started happening. And today we are in a situation where hopefully we are seeing some good news coming up, maybe vaccines coming up, and maybe life getting back to normal as it would be. So when these things started, I mean, the old age organizations were, and even everybody, when people started working from home, they realized the benefits of working from home. And you know basically it was all about saving the money. When it comes to us Indians, it was saving on infrastructure cost. It was seeing the employees being more productive when they were working from home. And suddenly overnight, all those inhibitions and those doubts which the companies had and the leaders had, that hey, what happens if my employee works from home, they were gone. Meanwhile, for the employees, it was slightly different. Everybody decided that, oh, I'm going to work out, I'm going to go cycling. I it's good family time. I was talking to somebody just before this call, and the person said, yeah, I was getting together with my friends on Zoom. And that's the story, right? So people started saving money for employees as well as employers. And this was probably at the beginning, everybody was very enthusiastic and got into this journey with a very strong enthusiasm and started seeing some benefits in a shortest possible time frame. Probably what couldn't happen over last one decade, happened overnight. Transformation, adoption of digital technologies, going digital, living in this virtual world. Well, it started off well, but where we are today, let's look at that. We are at a stage where probably we are all of us are approaching burnout. Everybody's stressed working at home, and there are times when each one of us have seen that, when we are joining the meetings, there are dogs barking at the background, there are kids running around, and it's becoming a mess. We are we are longing for those time where we could get back to office for a simple cup of coffee or a slice of pizza to be shared with our colleagues, and probably even one drink in the evening. Those weekends get together with employees, with colleagues. That's what is missing now, and everybody is looking forward to it. Uh, I was reading just an article 2 days back which talked about an accounting firm which was going to something like this and decided to do a kind of what is known as a work bubble, something new term, where the firm actually got together, got their employees together in one of the resorts in a not so far away place away from Mumbai, and remained holed up over there for over a month or so till the time of the results as well as filing of taxes and etc. was over. The season was over. For that particular 1 month, all the employees were together, and that probably is something a new phenomena which is coming up. People are looking forward for that social or that touch which is there. People want to slightly come out of the virtual world, and that's where the future of work comes into picture. Similarly, the businesses, I think, are facing humongous challenges between various departments, various employees, and the brunt of this is faced by the IT organization. Needless to say, they are the ones who are facing the brunt, where the employee is asking, hey, if I can use an iPad at home, why can't I use while to join the same meeting? And same thing happens when they're trying to use the network access. If same thing tries to have, what happens to my security? What happens to the rest of the things? It's a concern, right? So IT is taking the brunt full face on, and that is a challenge. How to overcome that? And employees, I mean, they are demanding more and more every time. If simply the tools don't work, they try to fall back on the normal PSTN, where it's not immersive, it's not giving that immersive experience, and people are disjointed. Obviously, all these things are leading us towards a completely new or a different kind of an work environment. So, what is it that the future of work look like today? Uh, we spoke about where we came from. We came from a time when things were very different, where we used to, or employees and employers both wanted each other to be in office. Maybe it for productivity, be it for supervision, be it for security, be it for technology, whatever the reason might be. And today, everybody has realized the benefits of probably working remotely, working from home, be it the old legacy organizations or be it the net new Gen Z kind of organizations. Employees have realized that they could go back to the tier two, tier three hometown, stay with their parents, and probably save some money. People based in the metropolitans have realized that they don't need to travel to work and probably work from home. Is that the end of it? Is that what we are looking at? Would people continue to do that? What happens to the social aspect? What happens to the aspect where we are missing that a lunch, weekend lunch with some of the colleagues? What happens to those get-togethers? What happens to the team meetings? What happens to that personal touch with a customer? Well, that's what we are talking about, a hybrid work environment. How do we get there? Well, let's first understand the main pillars of this. The first pillar is the thought process itself. The workforce is shifting. The employees are looking not to travel very far away from their residences. They want the work offices to be very close by, or at the worst case scenario, travel once or twice a week at least, or not more than that. User experience, as I said, I mean, if employees are using iPad at their residence, the question comes up, why can't I use iPad or a similar tablet device in work environment? And if I can use an application for my office work, why can't I use the same thing for meeting my relatives or my personal thing? Why does it have to be a different application altogether? This has made video communication absolutely mission critical. It's become suddenly an part and parcel, not only part and parcel, but it's become a critical aspect of every organization for employee as well as the employer. And that's where the need of consolidation and looking at a trusted solution comes into picture because of the IT and the security concerns and the management issues which crop up. Steps in Zoom. Let's talk about it. Everybody, I think, has an idea that Zoom is a video calling app, and that's absolutely a basic information that everybody has. So let me first dispel that myth. Zoom is not a video calling application. It's much more than. It's much beyond that. It's a complete collaboration platform. It's a communication platform. We not only help you conduct your meetings on an app, be it any particular device, we help you conduct a webinar such as this one and a PSTN audio and a VoIP, but we also help you connect your legacy video conferencing systems, digital signages, scheduling displays, Zoom rooms, and so on and so forth. We also embed in your applications and systems and help you collaborate despite of your any of your device or application or your platform that you might be using. So Zoom is just not a video calling application, but it's much more beyond that. It is a complete communications and a collaborations platform. Why Zoom? Well, if I have to take one step behind and talk a little bit about when the pandemic started, when it was a month of December 2019 and Jan, close to about mid of Jan, we were close to about 100 million participants a day on our platform. This number went to as high as more than 300 million participants per day on our platform in less than 3 months time frame. Of this, more than 14 million participants are coming from India itself. 14 million participants are joining us from India every single day. Why does this happen? Well, it's very simple. Zoom is the most simplest application video collaboration platform to use. You click on it, well, you just get into a meeting, be it the not so technically advanced or technically challenged people, be it senior citizens, be it a normal layman. Nobody has to really go through a learning curve to understand Zoom or how to use it. Just click of a button and you're in a meeting. And on that one, it is also extendable, right? I mean, you can use it for your personal meeting or you can use it for your official meeting. It really doesn't matter. It's the same ID, and you can integrate your personal as well as professional profiles, as well as with different kind of people. It's scalable. As I said, it's a collaboration platform. It's secure and it's innovative. And we are going to talk about innovation and how we are helping the hybrid work scenario in a short time. Give me a second on that, please. It's simple, easy to use, 100% cloud. You don't have to be in office. You could be in office. You could not be in office. You could be anywhere. It's quality of service, mobile, whether you are on a high definition video platform or whether you are using a high definition video equipment or a mobile device or even a small time your laptop. Irrespective of that, you can use Zoom wherever, whatever location you might be in. And as I said, it integrates tightly with any of the applications. So that's the kind of experience that Zoom offers, and that is the reason why the usage of Zoom is so high. And when the pandemic started, we our usage went through the roof, and and the kind of users that we had in India. If I have to talk a little bit about the usage of Zoom, we had the first photo shoot conducted on Zoom. Well, that's surprising. That was absolutely new for me. And from there on, I mean, we conducted some of the big fat Indian weddings on Zoom. And not only that, but Zoom was used in largest of the large Rath Yatras, to political party, political rallies, and to even mission critical large organizational backup and redundancy services as well. So we went through all these, and the kind of usage that surged across, and the use cases are humongous. We can support up to more than 50,000 participants in a single meeting on any given instance of Zoom. That's the scalability, that's the ease of use, and that's the agnostic nature of our cloud native platform. And that was the reason why Zoom scaled so fast. And what are we doing about the hybrid work environment? How do we really help you? And this is somewhere I would like to spend a little bit more time on, which is we are already ahead of the curve. We are innovative, as one of my slides spoke about. But what are we doing about the hybrid environment? How are we helping you to get back to your offices? If you would head to our blog, where we have recently captured some of the new releases that we've done in terms of the Zoom Room features, where right from setting up a virtual receptionist, where if your visitors are entering, you can interact virtually with your visitors, to the Zoom rooms and the digital signages indicating even the CO2 levels in the room, the number of participants in the room, indicating whether you want to enter the room or you don't want to enter the room, depending on the capacity, and monitoring and controlling those rooms remotely. That is the kind of features and functionality that we are bringing in to ensure that you get back into their offices safely. One of the other key feature which I would like to talk about is when you get into a Zoom room, we are introducing functionality where you really don't need to even touch the digital displays. You can share it with your voice commands, with the help of AI and inbuilt voice commands. So that's the kind of function, that's the kind of feature that we are building in to help you get back into your offices and in a safe and a secure environment. So if all these features and functions are very neatly captured on our blog, if you need anything, any more information, do visit our blog and we will be captured over there. And with that, I will hand it over back to the team entrepreneur. Saurabh, back to you.
Thank you, Samir. Thank you so much for explaining to us that how Zoom is simplifying lives, and it's more than just a tool to the whole meetings. And as you explained that there are more things that are getting done on Zoom. A photo shoot, obviously, I mean, would sound hilarious maybe a year back if we talk about it, but that's a reality. So we have some questions with us. So we'll just take a couple of minutes to ask those questions. So uh, we have a question: in a time when cyber threat is on the rise, how is Zoom, which is most widely used, is tackling these threats and ensuring that data is safe?
Sure, absolutely. This is a very important question, and security is one of the key aspects of our engineering team, and we have certain protocols, certain external organizations which have also part of our team, which we do routine checks and security validations for that. There are multiple aspects of security, if I may say that. First is the data security itself, data security, data privacy. So first and foremost, you need to understand that when it comes to data, nothing is stored on Zoom servers. That's point number one. Everything and anything that is there is always streamed. That is one from one location to another. That's first part. Second thing, the only data that we hold is the data that you give us, which is about your email address, probably your telephone number, your contact details, and the billing information that you share with us. Beyond that, we don't have any of your information with us, unless and until you choose to record. So if you choose to record on Zoom servers, which can be disabled, absolutely, you have the option to save the recordings on your own machines. That's very much yes, and you can restrict any other recording aspects. And we continue to bring in more and more security features. For example, we recently announced the end-to-end encryption features as well, where the entire video meeting is encrypted from one point to another. Uh, and obviously, the functions available on end-to-end encrypted platform are slightly different what compared to what it would be on a otherwise encrypted platform. So yes, we continuously focus on all the aspects in terms of data security, in terms of data privacy, and as well as making our product more secure and more, if I may say, averse to uh, preventing the data leakages. The final aspect is this, we also saw some of the trends where people were sharing the meeting details on the public domains about so and so meeting happening at so and so date. So what we started doing is actually started monitoring these kind of social media sites, and if we come across any data or any meeting details which we feel are going to be intruded upon or are being unnecessarily flagged in the social media, then we try to contact the host via emails and sharing the information, saying that hey, you need to look at this, you need to either reset your meetings or passwords and so on and so forth. So we are becoming more proactive rather than reactive in terms of keeping and ensuring a secure environment for our customers.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. I think that would be the need to be more proactive than reactive. Another question we have, Samir, is could you please talk about how the advent of 5G will impact the way we communicate?
Well, I think that's a great question. I mean, I'm not sure on point number one if you experienced some time when we were on 2G, or probably we didn't even have a mobile connectivity. Coming from there to what we are today, 2G, 3G, and 4G. I mean, uh, there was a time when we would struggle to connect, right? Remember the days when modem used to make a weird sound before connecting to the internet? And you praying that and I can vouch for this because I used to sell collaboration even in those days, and we used to literally keep our fingers crossed that, hey, let the screen sharing option work. Yeah. Today, you see this, each one of us has, thanks to the advancement in technology, where we have fiber connectivity at home, you get 200 Mbps, 100 Mbps straight at your desktop, right? So it's changing quite a lot. More and more immersive video technology, video content is coming up, and that's going to even go higher with 5G coming in. It's not going to slow down. So we will definitely, uh, video, um, content, and applications are going to rule the world as we enter into the 5G arena.
Okay. So one final question, and we'll quickly take that. We have uh, with vaccines already hitting. Sorry, where is that? Yeah. So with vaccines already uh, hitting the market sooner than we expected, I think the question here is, yeah. So with vaccines already hitting the market a lot sooner than we expected, what do you think will be the communication? Uh, what will be the communication be in post-pandemic world? Will people still use video as a mode of communication, or will go back to physical meetings?
Thank you. I think that's a fantastic question, and it is the key question today. Uh, I seriously hope that the vaccine comes out at the earliest, and we all get into the safe zone. But what does happen to the video communication? You need to understand that video is the new audio. It is the new audio today, and it is like, as I was telling you, there was some time back when the mobile phones came. Everybody said, why can't we wait for to getting back to work, our offices or homes, before we make a phone call? Now we find everybody, making a phone call or even talking on the phones when they're crossing the road, right? How many of us, even before the pandemic started, were sitting on the airports or traveling and we're making a video call, right? So the technology has changed. People have understood the importance of video, and have adopted in their day-to-day life. Video has become the new audio, and it's here to stay. It's not that we are going to go back to the stone age when vaccine comes out. Yes, probably there might be some rationalization. There might be, people will make probably high number of phone calls to start off with, but video is here to stay. It's going to be even more, because the people who were not used to making a video call have got the taste to it. Rather than making an audio call to your loved and dear ones, or a business associate, or a customer, just a phone call. Just imagine, when you're talking to your customer, you don't know his expression, his or her expression. Today, when you are on the video, you can read that customer. You can understand whether the person is really, you know speaking the truth, or is a story. Am I really stuck up in Lower Parel, or I'm really at the airport? So you get to know that, and video is here to stay. It's not going out.
All right. Thank you so much. While that sounds a little intrusive, but yes, that's correct. That we will know exactly where we are and where the other person is, and we can see the person, and obviously saves a lot of time, money, and energy to communicate, through video calls rather than, or for physical meetings. And I'm sure a lot of meetings which can be avoided, physical meetings will be avoided even going forward, because we have found the taste for it and we found it the convenience of it.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, Samir, for being here today and talking to our audience. It was a real pleasure. I'll request Bhavna to start the awards now, and I'll request Samir to just stay back for a few minutes while she announces the awards.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Samir, and thank you so much, Saurabh. Well, in the interest of time, we'll just quickly move on to the awards. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with this, I'd now request the team to kindly put the award screen on, as we are right now on the set 7. So I'd request the team now to get onto the awards, as it is the time to encourage the winners right now. And ladies and gentlemen, first up, we're going to be having the Best Tech Accelerator. So I'm just waiting for my team to get the presentation on, and we're going to be having the awards fanfare all ready right now, and thank you so much for that. So as you can see on your screen right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to our first category, which is the Best Tech Accelerator, and that goes to, ladies and gentlemen, Razorpay Software Private Limited. Congratulations to Razorpay, wherein we are having virtual applause right there. Ladies and gentlemen, Razorpay Software Private Limited, the newest Indian fintech unicorn and leading full-stack financial services company, which helps Indian businesses with comprehensive and innovative solutions built over robust technology to address the entire length and breadth of the payment journey for any business. So congratulations to the Razorpay Software Private Limited. Well, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next category, as you can see on your stage and screen, which is Most Innovative Startup App. And that goes to, ladies and gentlemen, it goes to Nikki.ai, which is Nikki.ai Tech Bin Solutions Private Limited. Congratulations to Nikki.ai. Let's have some fanfare with some virtual applause for them. So, ladies and gentlemen, nobody left behind. We want to enable the internet commerce for the middle India users so that they are not devoid of the benefits of the internet company. That's what Nikki.ai says. And I'd request Sahil from Nikki.ai to kindly share his stage and screen with us now. Over to you, Sahil.
Yeah, hi. On behalf of the entire team, Nikki, I would like to thank the jury for recognizing our efforts. Our mission at Nikki is to transform the 150 million middle India household and help them access the internet economy. I would like to thanks once again for recognizing our efforts. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Sahil. Well, ladies and gentlemen, quickly moving on to the next category, which is, as you can see on your stage and screen, the Business App of the Year. And that goes to, ladies and gentlemen, Business App of the Year, Zensar Technologies Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for the Zensar Technologies Limited. So, ladies and gentlemen, Zensar are a 100% digitally enabled organization and are focused on working with global customers to deliver measurable business value. Well, we've got Aradhana Prabhu joining us from Zensar. Aradhana, if you're around, we'd love to have you on the stage and screen with your thank you note.
Hi, thanks you, Bhavna. I hope you can see me.
Aradhana, we can hear you surely, but we're unable to see your video right now.
Okay. All right. I don't know why that's possible because anyway, this was the first time we entered these awards, and I think it has been a very interesting journey for us as a company. We are a global company, and we work with a lot of global. There my video's on. We work with a lot of global companies, and digitization is now something that everyone has awakened to, and we are really, really happy that our initiatives and our work in creating this application has been recognized. So again, thank you, and we look forward to taking our journey and our stories ahead. Thank you, Bhavna, and thank you to the entire team behind these awards. Great job in putting this together virtually. Thank you again.
Thank you and congratulations once again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, moving on after that to the most sustainable organization. Let's see, could we have that on the screen? Yes, the most sustainable organization. And ladies and gentlemen, that goes to DHL Express India Private Limited. Could we have virtual applause for the DHL Express India Private Limited? And this is the logistics company for the world. And may I request Sandeep Juneja, VP Sales and Marketing DHL, to kindly join us on the stage and screen.
Thank you very much, Bhavna. Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes, we can.
Most asked question is, can you hear me these days? So, right.
Yes.
So thank you very much for recognizing us. I think at DHL Express, we marked our 50th year in service in 2019, which is the year before last. So you see, we were born in the same year when man landed on the moon for the first time ever, which is 1969. So we've come a long way. Our purpose of existence at DHL is connecting people, improving lives, right? Connecting people, improving lives. So what we do by offering our supply chain globally, by moving life-saving medicines, by moving mission-critical supplies, we're actually enabling global trade and making the world a better place. So our purpose of connecting people, improving lives has never been more true than in the current pandemic, where we are serving the world by moving medicines, PPEs, and we are now set to play our part in the vaccine supply chain in India and in 220 countries globally. And I'd also like to share that we are also living our responsibility for the planet and our future generations by consistently cutting down our carbon footprint. Now, this is very interesting. Our goal is to be a zero emission company by 2050. Now, that's quite a promise, right? Considering we fly so many flights across the world, have thousands of delivery vehicles across the world, but that's what we're chasing, and we're cutting down our carbon emission every year. So I'm accepting this award on behalf of many DHL heroes who've shown so much resilience during the pandemic, kept our delivery vehicles moving, facilities working, thousands and thousands of our people across the world, building containers at the airport and keeping our flights moving. And I sincerely thank the jury for recognizing our efforts as we go about connecting people and improving lives across the world. Thank you, Bhavna.
Thank you, and congratulations once again. And ladies and gentlemen, now for the final award, which is the App Development Company of the Year. So ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on your stage and screen, the App Development Company of the Year, and that goes to App Inventive. Congratulations to App Inventive right there. Virtual applause coming to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the global leader in digital transformation and product innovation. And we've got with us the co-founder of App Inventive, Saurabh, joining us live. Saurabh, over to you.
Hi, thank you, Bhavna. Thank you for inviting me here. I have my other co-founder, Prateek, with me. And we are very thankful to Entrepreneur.com for acknowledging our efforts and hard work. We're a team of 600 people, and we are in our 6th year of operation today. And I would over to Prateek if
so in the 6 years of time frame, we are among the global leaders of digital transformation and product innovation space, wherein we're fortunate to work with top Fortune 500 companies across the globe. I mean, companies like Domino's, KFC's, MCRs have actually relied on App Inventive's technology experience to formulate their mobile strategies. And we've also worked with a lot of startups across the globe, wherein we've helped them right from the stage of ideation to designing, development, and even help them launch successful products to getting funded as well. So it's been an amazing journey working with a lot of customers across the globe and helping them solve their business critical problems and build a great solution. So we're thankful for team for inviting us and participating and giving us this award. So very fortunate, and thanks to all of you, the jury members.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And once again, congratulations. Samir, just towards the end, your words of encouragement to the winners. Over to you.
Well, thank you, Bhavna. It was a pleasure being here, and it's good to see all these new age technology companies, as well as companies like DHL, who are doing some amazing work. At the end of it, it is the humanity which wins against all the odds that come up, and in this difficult times, I think it's the resilience of each of the individuals working in the organization, as well as the organizations themselves, which come out stronger as a result of this team. My best wishes and congratulations to all the winners, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Samir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with this, we'll move on to the next session and next set of awards. Thank you once again, Samir, and congratulations to all the winners.